Now, too many see the protests as the problem. No, the problem is what forced your fellow citizens to take to the streets: persistent and poisonous inequities and injustice. And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All year of 2020, last year, the Democrats and the mainstream media and the left excused violent riots, protests, looting, arson, vandalism, defended it, promoted it actively, never shut up about it. Of course, by the 6th day of 2021, the Democrats are now clutching their pearls and fainting on the couch. Oh Lord, I can't believe that violence could happen in this country. Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers this too. See, this is D.C. Back in June, a whopping 7 months ago, back when everyone who's clutching their pearls over what happened Wednesday at the Capitol building were actively promoting violence. As a matter of fact, the other day I was talking to one of my cousins, okay? And he's not a Democrat, but he identifies more with the left than he does the right, whereas I identify more with the right than I do the left, even though I'm not a Republican. But we were talking about it, and we seemed to have pretty good conversations. But he said, you know, if this had been BLM or Antifa on the 6th up there, the police would have used tear gas, like you're seeing here, or they would have used rubber bullets or things like that. But then I got to looking at stuff, and I found out that on the 10th of June, D.C. officials actually passed this police reform in order to protect BLM and Antifa. And within this police reform, it says, prohibits the use of tear gas, pepper spray, riot gear, rubber bullets, and stun grenades by Metro Police Department. This was passed unanimously by D.C. City Council. Every Democrat on the City Council passed this. And now, what are they crying about? Why weren't the police able to stop these people from entering the Capitol building? Well, you've been defunding them all fucking year long and tying their hands and taking away their ability to even respond to a riot because, well, you've been doing all the rioting left. All of it. As a matter of fact, this wasn't even, on the 6th in D.C., was not even the first riot of 2021. It was only the first riot committed by people on the right since, I don't even fucking know when. Now, as if this was not hypocritical enough, they add on to it. Because the truth is that tear gas was used against the MAGA rioters in D.C. on the 6th of January. It was used on them. So they banned it for use, but then still used it. So it's really only banned for use against Antifa and BLM. Now, I will say that what went down in D.C., I'm not going to sit here and do the whole, oh, it was Antifa crap. No, it wasn't. It was Trump supporters. All right? It's so hard for people on the right to think that other people on the right would behave in this way. So they literally would believe anything other than that, including that it was all a false flag and whatever nonsense. It wasn't, okay? Now, while all the Republicans are rushing to disavow this violence, I will not be doing that. You know why? Because fuck them, that's why. No Democrat politician ever disavowed any of this violence you're looking at right here. Ever. As a matter of fact, Kamala, who was just elected as vice president of this fucking country, said that they won't stop and also said they should not stop. And if that's not encouraging riots and violence, I don't know what is. I have yet to see a single Democrat openly condemn Antifa, and I refuse to condemn these guys, even though I do think that a lot of what they did was stupid, and I'll get into that in a bit. I refuse to just condemn them for being fed up and actually fucking doing something about it. Now, I'll tell you what I think was stupid about the DC MAGA riot, okay? I don't think the fact that they rioted in itself was stupid, because it wouldn't have mattered if they'd have been peaceful all day or not. the media would have painted it out however they wanted to. It would have been a Klan rally. Okay, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get good media. So while everyone's worried about the optics, like, oh, it made us look bad, it doesn't matter. If you'd have showed up and sang Kumbaya, they still would have made you look bad. So get over the optics. Optics, fuck off, all right? The reason that this was actually stupid was look at the sacrifices that people have made. A girl died. You're saying 3 other people died, but yet I have no information on any of those and haven't found anything. I got a rumor that they were pushed off the balcony, but I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a rumor that I heard. But you got 4 dead. You've got about everyone who went in that building is going to get face recognized, and they're going to go to prison. And look, Trump just made it a 10-year penalty to damage federal property. So that's federal time too. You're in D.C., you're in federal jurisdiction. You ain't going to state court. You're going to federal court, you're going to federal prison, you're not getting paroled, you're looking at 10 years. And that is 10 years. You don't get out at half time on the federal level. You're doing 10 years. So these people made loads of sacrifices in order to commit this act of storming the Capitol building. And what did it accomplish? Nothing. Nothing at all, really. Like, fuck the optics. It really just accomplished nothing. So you've sacrificed so much and accomplished so little. There's a book you should read. It's called Power versus Force. It talks about using the least amount of power and force to inflict the greatest effect. And that's like the opposite of what happened in D.C.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not generally speaking unruly, but fires have been started. And
now this is Minneapolis, all right, where some boomer mainstream media dude is standing in front of a burning car lot talking about how it's mostly peaceful, it's mostly a protest. Okay, look, they burned down car lots of immigrants. You know, poor immigrants who came here with nothing and built themselves a car lot, and they destroyed it. You know, but we're so appalled because some MAGA guys charged your cathedral to your God, the state. Oh, my Lord and Savior, the government. Okay, because they're mad about their Lord and Savior, the Orange Man, and that is the biggest fucking deal in the world to you, because the politicians and the media, they want that to be a big deal to you. It should be such a big deal for you to actually attack the government, because they don't want you to do that. They want us to fight amongst ourselves. They're fine with, the peasants, you fucking peasants, killing each other on the streets, but don't bring it to them, the cause of the fucking problems and the issues, because that is just too much. It's a bridge too far, really. And then they'll sit there and talk about how the unarmed 90-pound girl who was climbing through the window deserved to be shot in the neck and killed, because the left actually loves police brutality. They just want the police to brutalize the people they want brutalized. That's all. They love the shit. They get off on some good old-fashioned police brutality as long as it's against, right-wingers or white people or someone, or, someone that they hate, rich people, whatever. As long as it's someone that they hate, police brutality is great. And they'll justify that. Why? Oh, we're going to shoot some 90-pound unarmed girl because she's such a threat to our supreme overlords, the swamp donkeys that were residing in the Capitol building when it was swarmed by morons. So yeah, destroy your neighbors. Destroy your neighbors' homes and their businesses and livelihoods, and destroy your own communities. But please do not ever make the people who rule over your fucking peasant ass have any reason to fear, ever. Because that's a bridge too far, guys. It's too much. Clutch the pearls. Freak out. Oh my God. It's the most minor fucking riot this country has seen in years. It just was in a very key location. Now, look, the strategy was okay and everything that they did. I'm fine with all that. I think the reasoning was stupid. There's plenty of reasons that people could have come out and charged the Capitol building, but they chose Orange Man. So, I mean, whatever. It was stupid, and they're going to go to prison for it. So, that's their decision. They chose to do it. They'll face the consequences. It's on them. I don't have to condemn them for it. And I won't. I fucking won't. Just like the left didn't condemn their animals when they were doing this shit right here you're looking at, I won't condemn what happened Wednesday. The simple truth is like this. If BLM and Antifa had taken their fight to the government instead of burning down their neighbors' businesses and livelihoods and destroying people's fucking livelihoods, I wouldn't have condemned them either. And people can sit and talk and say how it was Antifa that was really in Washington and all that, and I'm going to say this, it doesn't matter. Even if it was Antifa, it doesn't fucking matter. It kind of needed done. Government needs to fear their constituents, not the other way around. So it needed done either way. So, be offended. Be real offended. I hope I've offended the shit out of you. So, yeah, thanks for watching. This has been DWB. And remember, don't be a fucking commie.